Ever felt like your life might just be part of something way bigger? Something so mind-blowing that it makes your daily routine seem like a pixel in an infinite digital canvas? Yeah, me too. What if I told you that the feeling of being in a high-budget movie without a script might not be far from the truth? Imagine this. Our existence, the entire universe, could actually be a meticulously designed simulation. Strap in, because we're not just skimming over sci-fi fantasies here. We're diving headfirst into a vortex of evidence that could very well turn our understanding of reality inside out. We'll start by connecting the dots between the lightning-fast pace of technological progress and the possibility that we're inching closer to creating realities indistinguishable from our own. Ever heard of the Ancestor Simulation Argument? It's this fascinating theory suggesting future civilizations might be running highly advanced simulations of their past. Yep, that could be us. And the timing of our existence? It's suspiciously convenient, right at the dawn of understanding and manipulating the fabric of the universe. We'll explore how this might not be mere coincidence, but a carefully selected scenario for, well, we'll get into that. From the mind-bending concepts of quantum entanglement to the eerie perfection in the fine-tuning of the universe, we're covering it all. Expect to unravel the mysteries of unexplained phenomena, dive into the peculiarities of simulation glitches, and ponder the statistical inevitability that we're living in one of countless simulated realities. But why? Why would such a simulation exist? We'll explore everything from scientific research, technological testing, and the quest to understand consciousness, to philosophical inquiry, existential artistry, and even cosmic archiving. The purposes behind creating a simulated universe are as vast and varied as the universe itself. And just when you think it couldn't get any weirder, we'll dive into the quantum realm, where things like data compression, error correction, and even predictive anomalies suggest we're living in a universe optimized not just for life, but for computation. So are you ready to question everything? To look at your morning coffee and wonder if it's just a well-rendered simulation? Join me on this journey as we explore the possibility that we might be characters in a cosmic play and discover what that means for us right here, right now. By the end, you might just be seeing the world, and perhaps the universe, through a whole new lens. Technological progress argument. Have you ever caught yourself marveling at the night sky only to wonder if it's all just a high-definition screen cap in an astronomically advanced game of Sims? It's a thought that tickles the brain, doesn't it? We've zipped from dial-up internet to holding the cosmos in our palms, courtesy of our smartphones. It's this dizzying speed of technological evolution that whispers, maybe, just maybe, we're on the brink of blurring the lines between reality and simulation. Pause for a sec and think back to the chunky, pixelated games of yore. Now we've got virtual realms so lifelike. You feel a genuine breeze on your face as you wander through digital meadows. And let's not even get started on virtual reality. Strapping on a VR headset can whisk you away to places that feel as real as your local coffee shop. If we're crafting worlds this immersive now, imagine the possibilities a few decades down the line. Could we be architects of universes so convincing that their inhabitants, potentially future versions of us, wouldn't doubt their reality? But here's where it gets even juicier. As artificial intelligence grows ever more sophisticated, the notion of birthing digital consciousness doesn't seem so far-fetched. Yesterday's science fiction is today's conference call, after all. So, if we're sprinting towards a future where we can spawn entire digital realities, doesn't it nudge you to wonder? Are we already living in one? It's a wild ride of a thought. If humanity is on the verge of creating its own simulated worlds, could it be possible that we're already characters in an elaborate cosmic play, unknowingly acting out scenes for an audience we can't see? Perhaps we're not the protagonists in this grand narrative, but mere extras, going about our scripted lives in a universe that's just another layer in an infinite stack of simulations. This idea isn't just a quirky plot twist in the story of us. It's a profound reflection on the nature of existence, technology, and the universe itself. It challenges us to question the very fabric of reality and consider our role in a potentially vast network of simulated worlds. So next time you gaze at your phone, remember, it might just be a window into understanding the grandest illusion of all. Ancestor Simulation Argument. Have you ever found yourself lost in a moment where the world around you feels just a tad too perfect? Like someone's tweaked the settings for optimal gameplay? It's these moments that nudge us towards a staggering possibility. Our reality might be someone else's history lesson. Welcome back to the rabbit hole, where we peel back the layers of the Ancestor Simulation Argument, a theory that's not just for the night owls glued to sci-fi flicks, but a topic stirring the pot in the cauldrons of the curious and the brilliant. Us, in a simulation? You scoff. But humor me for a second. Our own technological journey from bulky bricks to sleek gadgets that serve as windows to the world is just the beginning. Fast forward a few centuries, and the distinction between what's real and what's virtual could be nothing more than a quaint notion of the past. If we're on the brink of creating entire universes in our computers, how can we be so sure we're not already living in one? Picture this: a future civilization, armed with tech that makes our current gadgets look like stone tools, decides to boot up a universe, a digital sandbox designed to echo their ancestral past. Why? Maybe they're history buffs on steroids, yearning for a visceral connection to their roots. Or perhaps they're cosmic philosophers, pondering the mysteries of consciousness through the most immersive experience possible. But let's dive deeper. The real twist comes when you consider the odds. If creating such simulations is within reach for future generations, the number of simulated universes could dwarf the single reality we hold as true. Suddenly, the odds aren't in favor of us living in the real world, but rather in one of countless simulations. A thought that turns every mundane moment into a scene from a grand narrative, scripted by an unseen programmer. This journey through the Ancestor Simulation Argument isn't just a trip down speculative lane. It's a mirror reflecting our own curiosity and ambition. It challenges us to ponder our place in the cosmos, pushing the boundaries of what we consider possible. As we navigate this thought experiment together, remember, the reality we perceive is but a grain of sand on the vast digital beach of possibilities. So next time you catch a sunset that looks too good to be true or experience a déjà vu that gives you pause, consider this. Maybe, just maybe, we're all part of an elaborate simulation, a testament to the ingenuity of a civilization reaching back through time to touch the essence of their existence. And as we stand at the crossroads of this digital frontier, one question looms large. If we're living in a simulation, what does that mean for the essence of our experiences, our joys, our struggles? The journey through this simulated reality is ours to explore, filled with questions that might not have easy answers but promise to expand our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Convenient timing of our existence. Ever paused mid-scroll on your smartphone pondering how we ended up in an era where you can FaceTime with someone on the other side of the planet, as if by magic? It's like we've hit the cosmic jackpot, living in a slice of history where technology leaps are more like giant bounds. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Are we just incredibly lucky to be alive during this tech renaissance, or is there something more programmed about it? Think about it. From the wheel to the smartphone, every invention seemed to pave the way for the next big leap. And now, here we are, standing on the brink of AI and space tourism, like it's all been leading to this moment. It's almost as if we're at a pivotal episode in a galactic season finale, right at the climax. But who's writing this script? Let's dial it back for a sec. If you were running a simulation, wouldn't you want the characters to hit a point of significant advancement? A moment where they start asking the big questions like kids peeking behind the curtain to see if Santa's real? Our current historical moment, with its rapid technological growth and existential challenges, feels too perfectly timed. It's like we've been set up to crack the code, to start questioning the nature of our reality. Right as we develop the tools that could reveal it's all just a grand simulation. But why this particular moment in the vast timeline of the universe? Why not 100 years ago, or 1,000 years in the future? Could it be that this era, our era, holds special significance in the grand scheme of things? Maybe it's not about the technology itself, but about us, how we respond, adapt, and evolve. Perhaps this is the test, or maybe it's the lesson. And here's where things get a bit mind-bending. If we're indeed characters in some advanced civilization's history lesson, what does that say about our achievements, our struggles, our joys, our heartaches? Are they pre-written, or do we have a say in how this story unfolds? It's a notion that doesn't just challenge our understanding of history, it challenges our perception of free will, destiny, and the very essence of human experience. So, as you swipe through your news feed, catching glimpses of technological marvels and global challenges, consider the possibility that we might be living in a carefully curated moment in time. A moment designed to awaken us to the grander realities of our existence, or perhaps, just perhaps, to remind us that in this vast cosmic simulation, it's our responses, our choices, and our collective spirit that truly define the nature of our reality. Consciousness beyond physics. Ever found yourself staring off into the distance, lost in thought, and suddenly you're hit with the realization that there's something incredibly complex and mysterious going on inside your head? Yeah, me too. It's like, amidst the hustle of our daily lives, we occasionally catch glimpses of a deeper, more profound reality that's playing out within us. Welcome to the enigma that is consciousness, a realm where physics meets philosophy and leaves even the sharpest minds scratching their heads. Now, let's get real for a moment. We've built skyscrapers, sent humans to the moon, and created computers that can learn on their own. But ask any scientist or philosopher worth their salt about consciousness, and you'll likely get a puzzled look. It's the ultimate unsolved puzzle. How does a bunch of neurons firing in our brain give rise to the rich tapestry of thoughts, emotions, and experiences that define our existence? Here's where it gets even wilder. If you entertain the idea that our world might be a simulation, then consciousness becomes even more baffling. Think about it. In a simulated reality, everything we experience is rendered by some colossal cosmic computer. But consciousness, that inner subjective experience that feels so uniquely personal and vivid, how on earth do you simulate that? This is where we venture beyond the realms of physics into something deeper. Because consciousness isn't just about electrical impulses and chemical reactions, it's about the essence of who we are. It's the silent observer behind our thoughts, the experiencer of our joys and sorrows. And yet, despite its centrality to our existence, it remains one of the universe's greatest mysteries. But why does this matter in a discussion about simulations? Well, it throws a fascinating curveball into the mix. If consciousness can't be fully explained by physical processes alone, then perhaps it's the key to understanding the nature of our reality. Could it be that consciousness isn't a product of the simulation, but something that exists outside of it, tapping into the simulation from a realm beyond? Imagine for a moment that our consciousness is the controller in this grand video game of life, navigating through a simulated world but originating from a place that's not bound by its rules. It's a thought that not only challenges our understanding of reality, but also offers a tantalizing glimpse into the possibility of life beyond the physical. So next time you find yourself marveling at the mystery of your own awareness, remember that this inner universe of consciousness might just be the most compelling evidence that there's more to this reality than meets the eye. And who knows, exploring the depths of our own minds might eventually lead us to the answers we seek about the nature of the cosmos itself. The improbability of life. Ever looked at a bustling anthill or watched a bird take flight and thought, wow, life is insanely complex? It's like every living thing on Earth hit the cosmic jackpot. The odds of life springing up, particularly the kind that can ponder its own existence, are so astronomically low that it boggles the mind. Seriously, the conditions needed for life to kickstart and then evolve into something as complicated as a human being are so specific, it's like winning the universe's most improbable lottery. Let's dive into this, shall we? Life as we know it hinges on a delicate balance of countless factors. The right distance from the sun, the presence of water, a protective atmosphere, and a whole chemistry set of elements and compounds behaving in ways that would make even the most seasoned Vegas gambler blush. It's not just about having these ingredients. It's about having them in the perfect proportions and conditions. Think about it. Too close or too far from the sun, and Earth's life story ends before it even begins. But here's where it gets even more mind-twisting. The jump from non-living to living, from simple molecules to the first cell, is like a molecular magic trick that scientists are still trying to fully understand. It's not just a matter of chance, it's a matter of such incredible improbability that it makes you wonder if there's more to the story. Like, are we really just the result of a series of happy accidents? Or is there something else at play? And if we entertain the notion that our world might be a simulation, well, the plot thickens. The sheer improbability of life suggests that if someone's running this show, they've got attention to detail that's off the charts, crafting a universe where life not only emerges but thrives and evolves into beings capable of contemplating their own existence. That's not just impressive, it's practically divine. It begs the question, why? Why create a simulated universe with such a rich tapestry of life, unless the architects were interested in studying the myriad ways life could unfold, or perhaps in showcasing their ability to orchestrate the cosmos down to the most minute detail? So next time you marvel at the complexity of life, from the tiniest microbe to the largest whale, consider the possibility that we're all part of an incredibly detailed simulation. A simulation so sophisticated it captures the essence of what makes our universe so bewilderingly, beautifully improbable. And just maybe, the fact that we're here pondering these mysteries isn't just luck, it's a feature of the grandest design. The fine-tuning of the universe. Have you ever tuned a guitar, turning the pegs ever so slightly to get that perfect pitch? Now, imagine the universe as a cosmic guitar, with its physical laws and constants fine-tuned to such precision that it allows life to emerge and flourish. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? Are we living in a universe that's been meticulously dialed in just right? Or is this precision the hallmark of a grand simulation? Let's noodle on this for a moment. The universe operates on a set of rules that seem to be balanced on the edge of a knife. A smidge more gravity, and stars would burn out too quickly, leaving no time for life to develop. A tad less, and they wouldn't form at all. The same goes for the atomic forces, the expansion rate of the universe, and the list goes on. It's like walking into a room where everything is arranged just so, prompting the question, coincidence or intentional setup? Now I hear you saying, but wait, can't that just be a lucky roll of the cosmic dice? Sure, it could be. But when you start adding up all these finely tuned parameters, the odds of them all landing just right by chance alone start to look less like winning the lottery and more like winning it every day for a year. This is where the idea of a simulated universe starts to sound less like a plot from a sci-fi novel and more like a plausible explanation. If you were designing a universe simulation and wanted to include the emergence of life as part of the package, you'd need to get these settings just right. Not too hot, not too cold, but just right, the Goldilocks principle on a universal scale. But here's the kicker. If our universe is so finely tuned to support life, and if it's potentially a product of design, then what does that say about the designer? Are we talking about an advanced civilization with control over the laws of physics, running a universe simulation project? And if so, what's the purpose? Is it scientific research, a form of entertainment, an elaborate experiment, or something entirely beyond our current understanding? As you go about your day, take a moment to look around and marvel at the complexity and beauty of the world we live in. From the structure of an atom to the vastness of the cosmos, everything seems to be set up just right for us to be here, pondering these very questions. It's a humbling and somewhat mind-boggling thought that maybe, just maybe, we're part of a grand simulation, living in a universe that's been fine-tuned with intention and purpose. And while we may not have all the answers, the questions themselves invite us to explore, dream, and wonder about the nature of our reality. Unexplained phenomena and mathematical consistencies. Ever stumbled upon something in life that just doesn't make sense, like déjà vu, or how cats always seem to land on their feet? It's these little anomalies that nudge us toward the question, is there more to the fabric of reality than meets the eye? Now, Throw in the universe's uncanny knack for mathematics, and things start to get really interesting. It's as if reality itself is coded, running on lines of cosmic software that we're just beginning to understand. Let's dive into this, shall we? Mathematics, the language of the universe, has this peculiar habit of popping up everywhere, from the spirals of galaxies to the way plants grow. It's not just about numbers and equations, it's about a deep underlying order to everything. Kinda makes you wonder, doesn't it? If the universe can be decoded with math, does that mean it was coded in the first place? Here's where it gets even spicier. Every now and then, scientists stumble upon phenomena that just don't fit the mold. Things that make you scratch your head and think, well, that's odd. Like particles that seem to communicate instantaneously over vast distances, or the way certain numbers play a recurring role in the fundamental structure of reality. It's as if we're catching glimpses of the universe's source code, revealing hints of a deeper layer beneath what we perceive as reality. Now imagine for a second you're playing a video game, but every so often, you notice a glitch or a pattern that hints at the game's underlying programming. Wouldn't that make you question the reality of the game world? It's the same with us. These mathematical consistencies and unexplained phenomena are like the universe's Easter eggs, hidden clues that suggest we might be living in a simulation more sophisticated than anything we could dream up. But why, you might ask, would a simulation include these anomalies and mathematical signatures? Could it be a way for the programmers to signal to us, a breadcrumb trail left by the architects of our reality? Or perhaps it's simply a byproduct of the simulation's complexity, inevitable quirks in an otherwise seamless system. As you go about your day, noticing the mathematical symmetry in a snowflake or pondering the mysteries of quantum entanglement, consider the possibility that we're part of something much larger and more intricate. It's a thought that doesn't just challenge our understanding of the world. It invites us to look beyond the surface, to question and explore the very nature of existence. And who knows? In doing so, we might just find the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe, one anomaly at a time. Simulation glitches. Ever had one of those moments where life feels like it's got a bit of a glitch in the matrix? Like when you're thinking about someone you haven't seen in ages, and then bam, you bump into them at the grocery store. Or those times when you swear you left your keys right on the table, only to find them in the fridge next to the milk. It's enough to make you wonder, is reality on the fritz? Let's chat about these so-called glitches in our day-to-day lives. You know, those little hiccups that seem too weird to be mere coincidences. It's almost as if the universe is having a slight buffering issue, revealing the cracks in what we perceive as the seamless flow of reality. Makes you think, doesn't it? Could these oddball moments be subtle hints that we're actually navigating through a highly sophisticated simulation? Imagine for a moment you're in a video game and you come across a glitch, a wall you can walk through, or an object floating in midair. It breaks the immersion, right? Suddenly, you're reminded you're in a game. Now apply that to real life. Ever experienced déjà vu so strong, you're convinced you've lived that moment before? Or noticed patterns that seem a bit too perfect, like numbers that keep popping up everywhere you look? It's like catching a glimpse of the code behind the curtain, a fleeting peek at the workings of the simulation we call life. But why would a simulation have glitches? Well, anyone who's ever coded anything knows that no program is without its bugs. So, if our reality is a construct, perhaps these glitches are unintentional side effects, little errors in the cosmic programming that slip through the cracks. Or maybe, just maybe, they're intentional Easter eggs, left there by the architects of our reality to keep us guessing. These anomalies, as amusing or as bewildering as they may be, offer a tantalizing clue to the nature of our existence. They prompt us to question the fabric of reality, to ponder the possibility that there's more to this world than meets the eye. So next time you encounter one of life's little glitches, take a moment to marvel at the mystery of it all. It might just be a sign that the universe is more complex and more fascinating than we could ever imagine. And who knows? Recognizing these glitches for what they are could be the first step in unraveling the greater truth about the reality we live in. Statistical Inevitability of Simulated Realities. Ever played a game of cosmic what if? No? Well, you're in for a treat. Let's ponder the vastness of time and space, and why, when you really think about it, the idea of us living in a simulation isn't just sci-fi fodder, it's statistically probable. Buckle up because we're about to take a wild ride through the numbers game of reality. Imagine, just for a second, the sheer scale of the universe. It's mind-bogglingly huge, right? Now, consider the passage of time, billions upon billions of years. With all that space and all that time, the odds start stacking up that advanced civilizations could emerge, civilizations capable of creating simulations of their own universes, and not just one or two simulations, but potentially infinite recreations of reality. Feeling a bit dizzy? Yeah, me too. Now, let's add another layer to this cosmic cake. If it's possible for these advanced civilizations to create simulations, and if these simulations are indistinguishable from reality, then how do we know we're not part of one? Here's where it gets even spicier. Statistically speaking, for every original universe, there could be countless simulated ones. So, the odds of us living in the real universe? Slimmer than a lottery win. But wait, there's more. This isn't just about playing the numbers, it's about understanding the nature of our existence. If the possibility of simulated realities is statistically inevitable, then the notion of our world being the one true reality starts to look, well, a little quaint. It's like finding out you're not the main character in the movie of life, but a supporting role in an epic, multidimensional saga. And here's the kicker. If we are living in a simulation, it means that our understanding of the universe, of space, time, and even the laws of physics might just be part of a grander design. It's as if we're characters in an elaborate video game, complete with its own set of rules, designed by an intelligence far beyond our comprehension. So, the next time you gaze up at the stars, consider this. The vast expanse of the cosmos and the eons of time might just be the playground for civilizations creating realities beyond our wildest imaginations. And in this grand scheme of things, the idea of our world being a simulation isn't just a possibility. It's statistically more likely than not. No need to panic, though. Whether we're in the real world or a digital construct, our experiences, dreams, and connections remain uniquely ours. But, hey, it does make you wonder, doesn't it? Who's really holding the controller in this game of life? Predictive anomalies in large-scale simulations. Ever noticed how sometimes things just seem a bit too predictable? Like when weather apps tell you to grab an umbrella and lo and behold it rains cats and dogs. Or how social media seems to know you're craving pizza before even you do. It's almost as if there's a pattern, a script being followed. Now what if I told you that this knack for prediction could be a hint that we're all part of a much larger simulation? Let's chew on this for a minute. We're living in an age where our own simulations, the ones we've cooked up with our current tech, are getting eerily good at forecasting everything from climate changes to stock market fluctuations. These simulations crunch vast amounts of data, run through countless scenarios, and pop out predictions that can be uncannily accurate. It's impressive, sure, but also a bit unsettling. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? If we can do this now, what's to say a more advanced civilization couldn't run a simulation that includes us, predicting our every move? Picture this. A simulation so sophisticated that it not only mirrors the complexity of our world, but also anticipates the decisions we'll make, the paths we'll choose. It's like playing a video game where the NPCs, non-player characters, aren't just reacting to you, they're 2 steps ahead, because the game knows you better than you know yourself. Now, apply that to our reality. Could the predictability of certain events, the feeling of déjà vu, or the sense of being on a predetermined path be glitches or features of a grand simulation, revealing the predictive coding behind our universe? But here's where it gets even more mind-boggling. If our universe is indeed a simulation with predictive capabilities, it suggests that the future is, to some extent, pre-written. It means that at the cosmic level, someone or something has already run the numbers, played out the scenarios, and knows how the story ends. It's a concept straight out of science fiction, yet here we are, using prediction algorithms in our daily lives, inching closer to making it a reality. And why create a predictive simulation? Well, it could be for anything. Studying cosmic what-ifs, exploring the outcomes of different decisions, or even just for the sheer spectacle of it all. It's a notion that not only challenges our perception of free will, but also opens up a Pandora's box of philosophical questions. Are we actors following a script written in the stars? Or is there room for improvisation in this cosmic play? Quantum indeterminacy. Ever found yourself scratching your head over the weirdness of quantum mechanics? No? Well, strap in, because the universe at its smallest scale is like the Wild West of physics, with particles playing by rules that would make a magician blush. It's this quirky behavior of quantum particles that's got some folks whispering, "Hey, maybe we're living in a simulation." Let's ease into this. Quantum indeterminacy is a fancy term for particles making up their minds as they go along. Imagine you're flipping a coin, but instead of landing heads or tails, it lands as both until you actually check. Sounds bonkers, right? But that's quantum mechanics for you. Particles exist in a state of flux, their properties not set in stone until we observe them. It's as if the universe is saying, "I'll decide when you're looking." Now, why does this matter? Think about video games. They don't render every detail of the game world all at once. That'd be a colossal waste of computational power. Instead, they render just the bits the player is looking at, optimizing resources. Sound familiar? Quantum mechanics, particularly the weirdness of particles only deciding their state when observed, could hint at the universe doing a similar kind of computational optimization. Why bother setting the state of particles if no one's looking, right? But wait, there's more. This isn't just about saving on cosmic processing power. It's about the fundamental nature of reality. If the universe optimizes computation like a simulation, it begs the question, who's running the simulation? And for what purpose? It's like we're characters in an epic saga, but the script is being written in real time, based on where we direct our attention. So, next time you hear about quantum entanglement or particles popping in and out of existence, remember, it might just be the universe's way of keeping things efficient. It's a thought that not only challenges our understanding of reality, but also opens up a universe of possibilities. Are we part of a grand simulation, living in a cosmos that's both the stage and the audience? It's a mind-bending proposition, one that makes you look at the quantum world not just as a realm of scientific inquiry, but as a clue to the bigger picture of our existence. And hey, if we are in a simulation, at least it's one with some seriously impressive graphics. Synchronized quantum entanglement. Ever heard about that spooky action at a distance Einstein talked about? No, it's not the plot of a ghost story, but it might as well be. Welcome to the world of quantum entanglement, a phenomenon so weird that it sounds like the universe is pulling our leg. Imagine two particles behaving like synchronized swimmers in the cosmic pool, mirroring each other's moves instantaneously, no matter how far apart they are. It's like they're connected by an invisible thread, cutting through the fabric of space and time. Now, why should this give you pause, other than making you question the sanity of the universe? Well, because synchronized quantum entanglement throws a spanner in the works of what we consider the normal behavior of the cosmos. It suggests that beneath the surface there's a level of unity and coherence that's straight out of a sci-fi novel. But here's the kicker. What if this isn't just a quirk of quantum mechanics, but evidence of a unified underlying process like the coding behind a simulation? Let's chew on this. In the digital world, things are interconnected in ways that can seem instantaneous because they're all part of the same system. Click a button here, and something pops up there, no visible connection needed. Quantum entanglement could be the universe's version of this, a hint that everything we see and experience is part of a much larger, interconnected system. It's as if the particles are following a script or a set of instructions that we're just beginning to glimpse. But wait, there's more. This entanglement business doesn't just make for good party conversation, it fundamentally challenges our understanding of reality. If particles can be so deeply connected, what does that say about the nature of space, time, and our place in the cosmos? Are we part of a grand, interconnected simulation, with entangled particles as the bits and bytes weaving the fabric of our existence? So, next time you marvel at the weird and wonderful world of quantum mechanics, remember that entanglement might just be a clue to the ultimate nature of reality. It's a reminder that the universe is far more mysterious and interconnected than we could have ever imagined. And who knows, maybe discovering the truth behind these cosmic connections will finally give us a peek behind the curtain of the grand simulation we call life. And in the meantime, we can all enjoy pondering one of the universe's greatest magic tricks. No spooky ghosts required. Quantum data compression and error correction. Ever had to zip a file to make it easier to send over email? Or maybe you've had that moment of panic when a document didn't save correctly, but then breathed a sigh of relief when you discovered the auto-recovery feature? Welcome to the everyday magic of data compression and error correction in computing. Now, what if I told you that the universe might be playing a similar game, but at the quantum level? Yep, it's time to talk about how quantum phenomena could be the cosmos's way of managing data. Mind-bending, I know. Quantum mechanics, with all its quirks, might not just be a bunch of rules governing the micro-world. It could actually be seen as the universe's own data management system, optimizing and correcting information on the fly. Let's break this down. In computing, data compression lets us squish information down to a more manageable size, making it easier to store and transmit. Quantum data compression? Well, that's like the universe deciding to pack the laws of physics into the most efficient form possible, ensuring everything runs smoothly without wasting any precious cosmic bandwidth. But what about when things go wrong? In our digital world, error correction kicks in to fix the mistakes that inevitably pop up, kind of like a cosmic cure-all-plaisir. Quantum error correction might be the universe's way of ensuring that when things get a little too wacky at the quantum level, like particles popping in and out of existence or getting entangled with their distant buddies, the overall system remains stable and error-free. Now here's where your brain might start to do somersaults. If quantum mechanics reflects processes of data management, does that suggest our universe operates more like a gigantic computer simulation than a random fluke of physics? It's as if there's an underlying code or algorithm keeping things in check, making sure the simulation runs without a hitch. But why? Imagine you're designing a virtual reality game. You'd want to ensure it runs efficiently, right? No unnecessary data clogging up the system, and a fail-safe for when things don't go as planned. Now, scale that up to the universe. If it's a simulation, quantum phenomena could be the natural processes ensuring everything is as optimized and error-free as possible. It's a fascinating parallel that blurs the lines between our digital inventions and the fundamental workings of reality. So, next time you're waiting for a file to compress or watching your computer miraculously recover a lost document, consider the possibility that on a much grander scale, the universe might be doing its own version of data management. And who knows? Understanding these quantum processes might just be the key to unlocking the mystery of whether our reality is the ultimate simulation. Either way, it's a reminder that the universe is far more complex and clever than we can even begin to imagine. Anomalous predictive coding in quantum fluctuations. Ever had déjà vu so strong you swear you could predict what's going to happen next, like you've got a glitchy crystal ball in your brain? Now, what if I told you the universe might be playing its own version of predictive coding, but on a quantum level? Yep, we're diving into the rabbit hole where quantum fluctuations might just be the universe's way of doing a bit of cosmic forecasting. Quantum fluctuations, those random changes in energy that happen in the vacuum of space, sound like the universe's background noise, right? But here's the twist. What if these aren't just random blips, but part of a sophisticated predictive system, kind of like how your phone learns your typing habits and starts predicting what word you'll type next? Imagine the universe as a giant computer, and quantum fluctuations are its way of processing and compressing data to predict and shape the future of the cosmos. It's like the universe is constantly running simulations, tweaking variables here and there to see what happens next, all while keeping the overall system efficient and error-free. Mind-bending, isn't it? But why would the universe need to do this? Well, think about it. If you were designing a simulation as complex as our universe, you'd want to make sure it runs smoothly without having to render every single particle in real time. Instead, you'd use some clever shortcuts, predictive coding, if you will, to manage the infinite complexities without crashing the system. This notion of anomalous predictive coding in quantum fluctuations suggests there's an underlying computational framework to our reality, a set of rules or algorithms that guide the cosmic code. It's as if the universe is optimized for performance, using principles similar to those we've developed in our own computing technologies, but on a scale so vast and fundamental, it makes our most advanced tech look like child's play. So, next time you experience a moment of uncanny foresight or a peculiar coincidence, consider the possibility that you're tapping into the universe's predictive matrix. And as you marvel at the mysteries of quantum mechanics, remember that these aren't just abstract concepts meant to boggle the mind. They might just be clues to the true nature of our reality. And hey, if the universe is indeed using predictive coding to keep things running smoothly, it's doing a pretty stellar job. Except, of course, for when it predicts I'm going to the gym and I end up on the couch with a bag of chips. Guess the system's not perfect after all. But then again, maybe that's just part of the simulation's charm. Universal encryption patterns. Ever felt like the universe is keeping secrets from you? Like maybe, tucked away in the laws of physics or the spiral arms of galaxies, there's a hidden message waiting to be decoded. Welcome to the concept of universal encryption patterns, where the fabric of reality might just contain the ultimate Easter eggs. Picture this. You're playing a video game, and you stumble across a secret level or a hidden message from the developers. It's a moment of realization that there's more to the game than meets the eye. Now, apply that feeling to the entire universe. What if the way particles interact, the structure of DNA, or even the cosmic microwave background radiation are not just random occurrences but encrypted messages hinting at an intentional design? It's a bit like finding a hidden signature in a painting, suggesting that the cosmos might be more than a series of fortunate accidents. These encryption patterns could be the universe's way of whispering, "Hey, I was created with a purpose." And who's to say these messages aren't right under our noses, woven into the very essence of matter and energy, waiting for us to crack the cosmic code? Now I know what you're thinking, but isn't that just seeing patterns where there are none? Sure, humans are pattern-seeking creatures, but what we're talking about here goes beyond pareidolia, seeing faces in clouds, for instance. We're diving into the realm where theoretical physics meets digital cryptography, exploring the possibility that the universe's fundamental laws carry encoded information, perhaps indicative of a simulation. Consider the complexity of life, the precision of physical constants, and the symmetry found in nature. These aren't just beautiful coincidences. They might be clues to understanding the underlying principles of our reality. It's as if the architects of our universe left breadcrumbs scattered across the cosmos, a trail leading us to the revelation that we're part of a grand, deliberate creation. So next time you gaze up at the stars or marvel at the intricacies of a snowflake, ponder the notion that you might be looking at more than just nature's artwork. You could be glimpsing the edges of hidden messages, encrypted patterns that hint at the universe being the most sophisticated simulation ever conceived. And who knows? Deciphering these universal codes might just unlock the secrets of our existence, revealing the truth about why we're here and who or what is holding the controller. And hey, even if we're not living in a cosmic video game, the idea that the universe might contain hidden messages is a thrilling reminder of the mysteries that surround us, waiting to be solved. So, let's keep looking for those secrets, because who doesn't love a good treasure hunt, especially when the treasure map is the universe itself? Cross-dimensional interference patterns. Ever felt like you've taken a wrong turn and ended up in a parallel universe where everything's just slightly off? No? Well, strap in because we're about to explore the mind-bending concept of cross-dimensional interference patterns. Imagine, just for a moment, that our universe, this vast, sprawling cosmos, is just one of many, like an infinite stack of pancakes, each representing a different reality. Makes you feel kind of small, doesn't it? But also infinitely curious. Now, I know what you're thinking. Cross-dimensional what now? It sounds like something out of a sci-fi novel, but bear with me. Scientists and philosophers alike have toyed with the idea of multiple dimensions and realities for ages. But here's where it gets really interesting for us. What if these alternate dimensions could occasionally bleed into ours, creating interference patterns that we can observe in our own universe? Imagine you're watching your favorite movie, and suddenly a scene from a completely different film flickers across the screen. You'd think there was a glitch in the system, right? Now apply that to the universe. What if those unexplainable moments, those glitches in reality, are actually signs of other dimensions brushing up against our own? It's like the universe is running multiple simulations side by side, and every so often the walls between these realities get a little too thin. But why would there be multiple dimensions or realities in the first place? Well, if you're running a simulation, wouldn't you want to explore every possible outcome, every decision tree? It's the ultimate what-if scenario. Each dimension could represent a different version of the simulation, with slight tweaks to the rules or initial conditions, allowing the architect, Hoover or whatever that may be, to analyze a myriad of results. So, next time you experience déjà vu or stumble upon a coincidence so strange it seems impossible, consider the possibility that you're catching a glimpse of another dimension. It's a thought that not only challenges our understanding of reality, but also opens up endless possibilities for exploration and discovery. Who knows? Maybe somewhere out there in the vast multiverse, there's a version of you making the opposite choices, living a completely different life. And while the idea of cross-dimensional interference might seem far-fetched, it's a fascinating way to think about the complexity of the universe and our place within it. It suggests that our reality might be just one layer in an infinitely complex simulation, with mysteries waiting to be uncovered at every turn. So, let's keep our eyes open for those glitches, those moments of cross-dimensional interference, because who knows what secrets they might reveal about the true nature of our universe and the possibilities that lie beyond. Consistency and universal complexity limits. Ever zoomed in on a digital photo only to hit that point where everything becomes a pixelated mess? That's your cue you've hit the resolution limit. Now, what if I told you the universe, in all its cosmic glory, might have its own version of a pixelation point? Yep, we're talking about a universal complexity limit, a cosmic resolution, if you will, that could very well hint we're living in a grand simulation. Let's break it down. Across the board, from the tiniest quarks to the vast stretches of the cosmic web, there seems to be a cap on complexity. It's like the universe has a set amount of detail it can pack into any given space, beyond which things just can't get any more intricate. Kinda makes you wonder, doesn't it? Why would there be such a limit? In the world of computer simulations, this limit is all too familiar. It's dictated by the computational resources at hand. You can only simulate so much detail before you run out of processing power, leading to a maximum level of complexity that the simulation can handle. Now, apply that concept to the universe. If there's a similar cap on the complexity or information density within our cosmos, it could suggest that, just like a computer simulation, we're operating within set computational parameters. Mind-boggling, right? But why does this matter? Well, discovering a universal law that caps complexity isn't just about understanding the limits of the cosmos. It's about peeling back the layers of reality to reveal the possibility that there's an underlying computational framework, meticulously designed by some unknown architects of our universe. It's as if we're characters in an elaborate video game, exploring a world with a predefined resolution set by the game's developers. This concept of a universal complexity limit challenges us to rethink everything we know about the universe. It suggests that the laws of physics and mathematical frameworks we've come to understand might just be part of a much larger set of rules of the simulation. And just like gamers pushing the boundaries of their virtual worlds, we too are on a quest to uncover the true extent of our reality, testing the limits and probing the edges of the cosmic resolution. So, next time you're staring up at the night sky, consider the stars, galaxies, and nebulae as not just celestial wonders, but as hints to the underlying code of the universe. And remember, the quest to understand the complexity limits of our cosmos isn't just about satisfying our curiosity. It's about uncovering the possibility that our entire reality might be the most sophisticated simulation ever conceived. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, we'll find the settings menu of the universe and catch a glimpse of the code that makes our existence possible. A universe optimized for computation. All right, let's piece this cosmic puzzle together, shall we? We've ventured through the rabbit hole of quantum quirks, marveled at the universe's penchant for encryption, and even pondered over cross-dimensional cameos. All signs seem to point to one mind-blowing possibility. Our universe might just be the most sophisticated simulation ever run. Think about it. From the eerie precision of quantum entanglement to the universal limits on complexity, everything seems to be optimized for efficiency, as if the cosmos itself is streamlining its processes, much like a computer executing a complex program. It's as if every particle, every star, and every galaxy is part of a grand computational system, fine-tuned to the nth degree. But why? Why would the universe need to be an optimized computational system? Well, if you were designing a simulation, wouldn't you want it to run as smoothly and efficiently as possible? You'd tweak the settings to ensure that complexity is rich where it needs to be but capped to prevent overload. You'd ensure that the laws governing your creation allow for dynamic, unpredictable outcomes, but within a framework that maximizes computational resources. Sound familiar? This isn't to say that life, with all its beauty, struggles, and triumphs, is any less meaningful. On the contrary, viewing our universe as an optimized computational system opens up new realms of wonder. It suggests that behind the randomness and chaos of daily life, there's an underlying order, a set of rules that guide the cosmos. It's like discovering that the game of life has cheat codes, and we're just starting to uncover them. So, as we stand here on this pale blue dot, we're left with a provocative question. If the universe is indeed a simulation, optimized for computation, what does that say about our place in it? Are we mere data points in a cosmic experiment, or are we players in a game far grander than we can comprehend? While we may not have all the answers, the journey to uncover the nature of our reality is perhaps the most exhilarating adventure of all. And who knows? Maybe, just maybe, we'll find that the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe lies not in peering through telescopes but in understanding the code that underpins the fabric of reality itself. So, the next time you gaze up at the stars or marvel at the intricacies of a leaf, remember, you might just be admiring the handiwork of the most advanced simulation ever conceived. And in this grand computational cosmos, the possibilities are as limitless as our imagination. Let's keep questioning, exploring, and dreaming, for in the quest to understand the universe, we might just uncover the essence of what it means to be truly alive. But why and who's behind it? Ever found yourself staring up at the stars, pondering the big existential questions? You know, the classic, why are we here? But let's add a little twist to that age-old query. But why and who's behind it? Imagine just for a moment that our entire world, with its sprawling galaxies, bustling cities, and the intricate dance of ecosystems, is actually a simulation. It's a concept straight out of a sci-fi blockbuster, but stick with me. It's not as far-fetched as it sounds. Now the million-dollar question. If we are living in a simulation, who hit the start button, and what's their endgame? It's a mind-bender that catapults us into the realm of cosmic architects and digital deities, programming the very fabric of our existence. But why would anyone, or anything, want to simulate an entire universe? Are we part of an elaborate cosmic experiment, a digital petri dish observed by advanced beings trying to understand their own origins? Or could this be the ultimate reality show, broadcast across the multiverse, to entertain beings whose comprehension of television makes our Netflix binges look like child's play? Perhaps it's something even more profound, an attempt to preserve knowledge and cultures in a digital ark sailing through the cosmic ocean. The possibilities are as vast as the universe itself, each more intriguing than the last. So, let's embark on this journey together, exploring the whys and the whos of our potentially simulated existence. After all, unraveling the mysteries of the universe might just start with questioning the nature of reality itself. Who knows what answers we'll find, or what truths await us just beyond the edge of our current understanding. One thing's for sure, it's going to be one heck of a ride. Scientific research and experimentation. Ever wondered why someone would go through the trouble of simulating an entire universe, complete with billions of galaxies, trillions of stars, and, let's not forget, us? Well, strap in, because we're diving into the intriguing possibility that our simulated world might just be the ultimate playground for scientific research and experimentation. Think about it. If you had the power to create and observe a universe in all its complexity, wouldn't you be a little curious to see how things play out? Now let's get speculative and a tad bit imaginative about who's behind this and why. Picture an advanced civilization, so technologically sophisticated that simulating entire universes is just another Tuesday for them. Why would they do it? Well, for starters, scientific curiosity. Just like we run simulations to predict weather patterns or study the formation of galaxies, these cosmic programmers could be using our universe to answer questions we haven't even thought to ask yet. But what kind of questions? Maybe they're exploring the conditions necessary for life to emerge, or they're fascinated by the development of societies and cultures. Every historical event, from the fall of empires to the invention of the wheel, could provide invaluable data on the nature of civilizations. Our triumphs and failures, loves and losses, could all be part of a grand experiment to understand the variables of existence. And who would want to create such a simulation? Imagine beings for whom time and space are mere variables to adjust. For them, creating a universe like ours could be akin to setting up a long-term experiment to watch evolutionary processes unfold, to witness the birth and death of stars, or to understand the complexities of consciousness. These architects could be scientists of a sort we can barely comprehend, using simulations to gather data, test hypotheses, or even teach their own kind about the history of cosmic civilizations. So next time you're gazing at the night sky or marveling at a sunset, consider the possibility that you're part of a meticulously crafted simulation designed for scientific research. And while the thought might be a little unsettling, it's also wildly fascinating. It suggests that every aspect of our lives, from the mundane to the monumental, could hold the key to understanding the universe's greatest mysteries. And hey, if we are living in a simulation used for scientific research, it's not all that bad, right? It means that in some way, our lives contribute to the pursuit of knowledge on a scale so vast, it dwarfs our own universe. So let's embrace our role in this cosmic experiment, and who knows, maybe our simulated universe is just one of many, each providing unique insights into the nature of reality. After all, in the grand scheme of things, being part of something so monumental is pretty cool. Technological testing. Ever been in the middle of a software update on your phone, watching those little progress bars inch their way to completion, and thought, is the universe running its own version of system checks and updates? Well, buckle up, because we're diving into the idea that our world might actually be a giant sandbox for technological testing. Imagine, if you will, a civilization so advanced that creating a universe simulation is just part of their R&D department's Monday morning meeting. But why? And who would do such a thing? Let's speculate together. Perhaps these architects, beings of unimaginable intellect and resources, are testing the limits of their technology. Our universe, with its complex physics, diverse life forms, and intricate ecosystems, could be their version of a beta test. They might be tweaking the constants of nature, running simulations of cosmic events, or even observing the evolution of societies to refine their tech. It's like they're playing the most sophisticated version of The Sims, where the stakes are the laws of physics themselves. Consider the technological marvels we've achieved: landing rovers on Mars, peering into the deepest recesses of the universe, and even beginning to dabble in creating our own virtual realities. Now, multiply that technological prowess by a few billion years of advancement. These creators could be using our simulation to test theories too complex or dangerous to explore in their own reality, whatever that may look like. Every natural disaster, every leap forward in human innovation, could be a carefully monitored experiment to gather data. And who are these mysterious architects? They could be a future version of humanity, far advanced beyond our current understanding, exploring their own history and potential futures through simulations. Or perhaps they're an entirely alien civilization for whom creating universe simulations is as common as coding apps is for us. Their motivations could range from pure scientific inquiry to something as practical, in a cosmic sense, as testing the durability of universes under different conditions. So next time you're marveling at a technological breakthrough or pondering the mysteries of the universe, consider the possibility that we might just be part of an elaborate technological test. It's a thought that doesn't just expand our understanding of what's possible, it also offers a fascinating perspective on the nature of our reality. And hey, if we are living in a simulated test environment, it certainly makes every glitch in the matrix, every unexplained phenomenon, a little more intriguing. It suggests that, in some ways, we're not just inhabitants of this universe but participants in the most complex tech demo ever conceived. So let's keep pushing the boundaries, exploring our world, and who knows, maybe we'll uncover the user manual for the universe hidden in the code of reality itself. Business and marketing research. Ever caught yourself wondering why certain products seem to magically appear just as you start needing them, or how some ads seem to read your mind? Now let's stretch that idea into something way bigger. What if our entire world, with all its consumer trends and market fluctuations, is actually a hyper-detailed simulation designed for the ultimate in business and marketing research? Yeah, I know, it sounds like a plot twist in a futuristic novel, but stick with me here. Imagine a civilization not too different from a megacorporation in the cosmos, trying to understand the intricacies of consumer behavior, market dynamics, and maybe even creating the perfect product. What better way to do this than by running a simulation so detailed it includes entire economies, cultures, and the unpredictable nature of human desire? But why, and who would be behind such an elaborate scheme? Picture this: advanced beings, let's call them the cosmic marketers, for whom creating and observing a universe like ours is just part of their day job. These beings could be testing theories on an unimaginable scale, seeing how different societal structures affect consumption patterns, or perhaps they're fine-tuning the ultimate marketing campaign, one that spans galaxies. Think about it. Every major invention, every fashion trend, and every viral marketing campaign could be data points in their research. The rise and fall of empires, the fluctuation of stock markets, and even the popularity of avocado toast could provide insights into the complexities of consumer behavior far beyond anything we could comprehend. So, next time you find yourself inexplicably drawn to the latest gadget or fashion trend, consider the possibility that you're part of a vast study on cosmic consumer behavior. It's a wild idea, sure, but it opens up fascinating questions about free will, the nature of our desires, and what it means to be a consumer in the grand marketplace of the universe. And hey, if we are living in a simulation designed for business and marketing research, it certainly puts a new spin on the idea of targeted advertising. It suggests that on a fundamental level, our behaviors, preferences, and even our spontaneous impulses might not be as random as we think. So, the next time you laugh off a strangely accurate ad as a coincidence, remember, it could just be the cosmic marketers at work, fine-tuning their strategies in the simulation we call home. Entertainment. Ever felt like your life could be a reality TV show with cosmic viewers tuning in to catch your latest mishaps and triumphs? Well, what if I told you that might not be too far from the truth? Buckle up because we're diving into the idea that our world, in all its drama and beauty, could actually be a simulation designed for entertainment. Yes, you heard that right. Our entire universe might just be the ultimate binge watch for beings of unimaginable sophistication. Now, why would anyone or anything create a whole universe for entertainment? Imagine being so advanced that their version of Netflix is simulating entire worlds, complete with rich histories, diverse cultures, and endless stories of love, conflict, discovery, and adventure. For them, watching civilizations rise and fall could be more gripping than any scripted drama, and following the lives of billions could be their version of reality TV. But who are these cosmic spectators? They could be entities for whom time and space are mere playthings, beings who've transcended their physical forms to inhabit realms we can't even begin to comprehend. For them, creating and observing a universe like ours could be akin to us firing up the latest video game or streaming a hit series. Except, with a bit more complexity and on a slightly grander scale. The evidence? Well, think about the sheer unpredictability of our world, the unlikely heroes, the twists of fate, the breathtaking moments of beauty, and the depths of tragedy. It's all the makings of a blockbuster series, and just like the best TV shows leave clues and Easter eggs for eagle-eyed fans, maybe the mysteries of the universe, from quantum anomalies to the unexplained phenomena that baffle our scientists, are just hidden features for the enjoyment of our observers. So, next time something inexplicably good or bad happens and you joke, "This would make a great movie," consider the possibility that it's already part of the greatest show in the cosmos. And while the thought of being entertainment might seem trivializing, it also imbues our actions with a certain kind of significance. Every choice, every moment, could be contributing to the narrative of this grand cosmic drama. And hey, if we are part of some universal entertainment simulation, let's give our unseen audience something to really talk about. Let's make our stories ones of kindness, innovation, and progress. After all, if the universe is a stage, we might as well put on a good show. Who knows? Maybe in doing so, we'll inspire our cosmic viewers with tales of what it means to be human, warts and all. Educational purposes. Ever had that dream where you're back in school sitting an exam you didn't study for? Well, what if I told you that, in a way, we might all be enrolled in the universe's most comprehensive educational program? Yeah, our entire world. A simulation designed not just to exist but to teach. Now, before you start looking for the classroom door, let's dive into why this grand-scale learning experience could be the reason behind our reality and who might be holding the cosmic lesson plan. Picture this. A civilization so advanced, their idea of education goes beyond books, screens, or virtual reality headsets. Instead, they create entire simulated worlds, like ours, where sentient beings live out lives filled with lessons on physics, ethics, sociology, and the complexities of existence itself. Each challenge we face, every discovery we make, could be part of an elaborate curriculum designed by these cosmic educators. But why? And who would go to such lengths? Imagine beings for whom knowledge and understanding are the ultimate goals, entities that view the nurturing of consciousness across the cosmos as a noble endeavor. For them, setting up a universe simulation is the perfect way to study the evolution of intelligence, the development of societies, and the ethical dilemmas that come with free will. It's like a hands-on history lesson, but on a universal scale. The evidence for such a purpose might be all around us. Consider the moments of incredible breakthroughs, both scientific and personal. Aren't these the epitomes of learning? And what about the unexplained phenomena that stretch our understanding to its limits? Could these be designed tests or puzzles meant to push us towards greater insights? So who's behind this grand educational scheme? Perhaps it's a future version of humanity, ensuring the survival of knowledge across time and space. Or maybe it's an entirely different form of life, for whom the creation and observation of learning environments on the scale of universes is as natural as breathing. The next time you learn something new, overcome a challenge, or marvel at the beauty and complexity of the world, consider that you might just be part of the most elaborate educational simulation ever conceived. And while the idea of our lives being lessons in a cosmic classroom might seem a bit daunting, it also gives every moment, every struggle, and every triumph a profound sense of purpose. And hey, if we're all students in this universal school, let's make the most of it. Let's be curious, let's explore, and let's learn not just for ourselves, but for the betterment of this vast, simulated cosmos we call home. After all, in the grand scheme of things, education might just be the key to unlocking the mysteries of our existence, and perhaps, just perhaps, graduating to a higher understanding of reality itself. Historical reconstruction. Have you ever wished you could hop into a time machine, zip back a few centuries, and see history unfold with your own eyes? Well, what if I told you that our entire world might be just that? A meticulously crafted simulation designed for historical reconstruction. It's like having a front row seat to the greatest show ever, the history of everything. But why would someone create such an elaborate setup, and who's behind the curtain? Let's speculate a bit. Imagine an advanced civilization, perhaps our distant descendants or an alien culture, with the technology to simulate entire worlds down to the tiniest detail. For them, reconstructing historical events wouldn't just be about observing the past. It would be a way to understand the forces that shaped societies, the decisions that altered the course of history, and the lessons that could be learned from humanity's triumphs and failures. Now think about it. Every major event in our history, from the rise and fall of empires to the discovery of new continents, could be part of an immersive, interactive lesson plan for beings trying to grasp the complexity of cultural evolution. The wars, the peace treaties, the revolutions, and the movements, each could serve as a case study in the universal classroom of our simulated world. But who would want to undertake such a monumental project? Perhaps beings with a vested interest in the intricacies of social dynamics and the ripple effects of historical events. These cosmic historians could be using our simulation as a dynamic textbook, one that offers insights into the human condition, the development of civilizations, and the interplay between different cultures and environments. Imagine the value of such a simulation. Beyond mere observation, it could offer a way to experiment with alternate histories, to see how different choices might have led to different outcomes. It's like playing a game of historical what-if on an unimaginable scale, with the goal of gleaning wisdom and foresight to apply in their own reality or others. So next time you're walking through a historic site, or you catch yourself getting lost in a documentary about ancient civilizations, consider the possibility that you might be part of a grand historical reconstruction project. And while the thought of being a character in such an elaborate simulation might seem a bit surreal, it also imbues our actions and decisions with a new layer of significance. Our lives, our struggles, and our achievements could be teaching the universe valuable lessons about the arc of history and the potential for future societies. And hey, if our world is a stage for historical reconstruction, let's make sure it's a story worth watching, learning from, and maybe even rerunning in future simulations. After all, history isn't just about where we've been. It's about where we're going. And in this simulated scenario, we're writing the script together. Societal planning. Ever found yourself thinking, who planned this mess, while stuck in traffic or watching the news? Well, what if I told you that our entire world, with all its chaos and order, might actually be a carefully designed simulation aimed at societal planning? Yeah, it's a bit of a head-scratcher, but stick with me here. Imagine a group of cosmic city planners, if you will, with the power to simulate entire worlds. Why would they do this? Simple. To test out different societal structures, governance models, and economic systems in a risk-free environment. It's like SimCity on steroids. These architects, be they advanced humans or alien beings, could be using our simulation to figure out the best ways to run a society, prevent conflicts, and ensure sustainability. But why us, and who exactly are these interstellar urban planners? Consider beings at a level of advancement where creating universes is just another day at the office. For them, Simulating a world like ours could be the ultimate experiment in societal planning. They could be looking for answers to problems we're not even aware of yet, or trying to understand the complex dynamics of civilization itself. The evidence for this might be all around us. Look at the pivotal moments in our history, the rise and fall of empires, the revolutions and reforms. Each of these could be seen as test runs for different societal models. And what about our current global challenges? Climate change, inequality, and political unrest could all be part of a larger experiment, pushing us toward innovation and adaptation. So, next time you're marveling at the wonders of human achievement or despairing at our failures, consider the possibility that we might be part of a grand project in societal planning. And while it might seem a little unsettling to think of our lives as part of a simulation, it also offers a unique perspective on the power of collective action and the importance of striving for a better world. And hey, if our world is indeed a simulation used for societal planning, let's make it count. Let's be the society that finds innovative solutions, that fosters peace and prosperity, and maybe, just maybe, gives the cosmic planner some positive data points to work with. After all, if we're going to be part of an experiment, we might as well aim to be the example of what society can achieve when it works together for the common good.
Exploration of potential futures.
Ever caught yourself daydreaming about the future, trying to piece together what tomorrow might hold? Now, imagine if you had the capability to actually peek into potential futures, to explore the what-ifs of societal progress, technological advancements, and environmental changes. Welcome to the notion that our world might be a simulation designed precisely for exploring potential futures. It's like having a crystal ball, but instead of murky visions, you get high-definition simulations of what might come to be. But why embark on such a grand-scale speculative venture, and who's at the helm of this futuristic exploration? Picture this: a civilization so advanced that for them, simulating entire worlds is as easy as us flipping through channels on TV. These cosmic forecasters, let's call them, are not just curious about the future. They're obsessed with understanding every possible outcome to ensure the survival and prosperity of their civilization, or perhaps even to guide less advanced civilizations like ours toward a brighter tomorrow. Why would they do it? Think about the power of being able to simulate and study hundreds, thousands, or even millions of future scenarios. Want to know the outcome of reversing climate change? There's a simulation for that. Curious about the societal impact of universal basic income? Just load up the model and watch how it unfolds. It's the ultimate tool for risk assessment and decision-making, providing insights that could prevent wars, solve global crises, and unlock the secrets to sustainable living. And who would possess the technology and the foresight to create such simulations? We could be talking about our own distant descendants, safeguarding the future of humanity by learning from simulated histories yet to happen. Or perhaps we're the pet project of alien civilizations, benevolent watchers using their advanced tech to nudge us toward utopia, or to prevent us from stumbling into dystopia. So the next time you ponder the future, whether with hope or anxiety, consider the possibility that in some corner of the cosmos, a version of that future is already playing out in a simulation. And while the thought of being part of a cosmic experiment might feel a bit surreal, it also opens up a world of possibilities. It means that within this vast simulated multiverse, there might just be a future where we get it right, where humanity thrives and prospers. And hey, if our simulated world is indeed being used to explore potential futures, let's make sure to give those cosmic forecasters something positive to ponder. Let's strive to be the best version of ourselves, to make choices that lead to brighter futures not just in the simulation, but in the here and now. After all, the best way to predict the future is to create it, simulation or not. Understanding consciousness. Ever found yourself lost in thought, marveling at your own ability to think, feel, and experience the world around you? That, my friend, is the wonder of consciousness, a phenomenon so complex and mysterious, it has puzzled philosophers, scientists, and poets for centuries. Now, what if I told you that our quest to understand consciousness might be the very reason our world exists as a simulation? Yeah, let's dive into this rabbit hole together. Imagine an advanced civilization so far beyond our current understanding that they can simulate entire universes. But there's one frontier even they struggle to conquer, the enigma of consciousness. How do sentient beings experience reality? What is the essence of awareness? To crack this cosmic conundrum, they might have set up our world as a grand experiment, a kind of cosmic lab dedicated to the study of conscious experience. But why? And who are these mysterious architects of reality? Picture beings for whom physical laws are mere suggestions, entities capable of manipulating space and time with the flick of a quantum switch. For them, creating a simulation like ours could be the key to unlocking the secrets of consciousness, exploring how it emerges from the interactions of billions of minds, each with its own unique perspective. The evidence for this might be subtler than you think. Consider moments of profound insight, instances of collective consciousness during significant global events, or even the unexplained phenomena that hint at the depth and complexity of our minds. Each could be a clue, a piece of data in the cosmic quest to understand what makes us tick. So who would embark on such an ambitious project? Perhaps it's a future version of humanity, looking back to understand how consciousness evolved. Or maybe it's an alien civilization, fascinated by the diverse expressions of awareness found throughout the cosmos. Whoever they are, their goal is clear: to probe the depths of conscious experience, to see the world through our eyes, and to perhaps share in the profound mystery of existence itself. And while the thought of being part of a simulation might unsettle some, consider the flip side. It places us at the heart of the universe's greatest mystery. Our joys, sorrows, dreams, and fears might all contribute to a broader understanding of consciousness, not just for our unseen observers, but for ourselves as well. So, the next time you find yourself pondering the nature of your own awareness, remember that your conscious experience might just be the key to unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos. And hey, if we're all part of an elaborate simulation designed to understand consciousness, let's make it the most enlightening, enriching experience possible. After all, in the grand experiment of existence, every thought counts, and who knows? Our collective insights might just illuminate the path to understanding the true nature of reality itself. Philosophical inquiry. Ever found yourself lying awake at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling and pondering the big, meaty questions of existence? Why are we here? What's the purpose of it all? Welcome to the Club of Philosophical Inquiry, a pastime as old as humanity itself. But twist the lens a bit and consider this. What if our entire world, with its complex moral dilemmas and existential quandaries, is actually a simulation designed for the purpose of philosophical exploration? Now, that's a thought experiment worth diving into. But why would anyone or anything create a simulated world for philosophical inquiry? And who's pulling the strings of this metaphysical marionette show? Imagine a civilization so advanced that the mysteries of the cosmos are mere child's play, yet the riddles of existence, morality, and consciousness still elude them. For these beings, simulating a universe rich with life and complexity could be the ultimate way to explore the deepest philosophical questions. Think about it. Every ethical dilemma we face, from the personal to the global scale, could be a scenario meticulously crafted to study the nature of morality, the triumphs and tragedies of human history, the rise and fall of civilizations, even our daily struggles with right and wrong, could all be part of a grand investigation into the essence of virtue, justice, and the good life. But who would embark on such an ambitious project? Perhaps it's an omniscient collective of philosophers from the far future, seeking to understand the foundational principles of ethics and existence. Or maybe we're the pet project of an interdimensional think tank, cosmic scholars dedicated to unraveling the mysteries of consciousness and reality itself. Whoever they are, their goal is clear: to push the boundaries of philosophical thought beyond the limits of any one world or civilization. The evidence for this might not be found in empirical data or scientific experiments, but in the profound moments of insight and transformation that define the human experience. Each time we reach a new understanding of love, justice, or our place in the universe, we could be contributing to a vast tapestry of knowledge, a cosmic library of philosophical wisdom. So the next time you find yourself grappling with the big questions, remember that your contemplations might be echoing through the halls of a universe designed for just that purpose. And while the notion of our world as a simulation for philosophical inquiry might seem a bit out there, it also imbues our search for meaning with a new layer of significance. And hey, if we are living in a simulation crafted for philosophical exploration, let's make it the most thought-provoking one possible. Let's engage with the ethical dilemmas, wrestle with the existential questions, and perhaps in doing so, we'll not only find answers to some of the universe's biggest questions, but also play our part in the grand philosophical experiment that is our existence. After all, in the realm of philosophical inquiry, every thought, every question, and every moment of wonder is a precious data point in the quest to understand the very nature of reality itself. Ethical calibration. Ever found yourself in a moral pickle wondering what's the right thing to do here? Well, what if these ethical conundrums are not just random quandaries but are actually integral to the very fabric of our existence? Dive in with me as we explore the possibility that our world in all its complexity might be a simulation designed for ethical calibration. It's like the universe is a giant moral compass, and we're the ones doing the fine-tuning. But why would such a simulation be necessary? And who's behind this grand scheme of ethical engineering? Imagine advanced beings, entities so evolved that their technology blurs the line between science and magic. For them, understanding the nuances of morality isn't just academic, it's essential to the fabric of their society. By simulating a world teeming with life, diversity, and moral dilemmas, they could be seeking to understand the universal principles of ethics, to explore the gray areas of right and wrong that define sentient existence. Why us, though? Consider this. Our world, with its rich tapestry of cultures, beliefs, and values, is the perfect testing ground for ethical theories. Every decision we make, from the personal to the political, contributes to a vast data set on moral behavior. Our triumphs and failures, our acts of kindness and moments of selfishness, all provide insights into the complex dance of ethics that guides social cohesion. But who would go to such lengths? Perhaps it's a consortium of advanced civilizations, cosmic anthropologists of sorts, dedicated to mapping the moral universe. Or maybe it's an AI from the distant future tasked with perfecting the algorithms of ethics. Whoever they are, their aim is clear: to calibrate the moral compasses of not just one world, but potentially countless others. The evidence for this might not be found in the stars or the laws of physics, but in the human heart. It's in the stories that move us to tears, the heroic acts that restore our faith in humanity, and the injustices that call us to action. These moments aren't just happenstance. They could be the key trials in an immense experiment designed to refine our understanding of right and wrong. So, next time you're faced with a tough moral choice, take a moment to consider the possibility that your decision might ripple across the cosmos, contributing to a grand project of ethical calibration. And while the idea of our lives as moral data points in a cosmic simulation might seem a bit out there, it also offers a profound perspective on the importance of our choices. And hey, if we are part of an ethical calibration simulation, let's aim to tip the scales toward the good. Let's make our simulated universe a place where empathy, justice, and compassion are the guiding stars. After all, in the grand experiment of existence, every act of kindness, every moment of moral courage, is a step toward calibrating a universe aligned with the best of what we can be. Preparation for war or diplomacy with Earth. Ever wondered why alien invasion movies are so popular? Maybe it's because, deep down, we're intrigued by the notion of what would happen if we encountered beings from another world. Now strap in and stretch your imagination. What if our entire world is a simulation, created to prepare for either war or diplomacy with Earth? Yeah, it's a bit of a wild ride, but hear me out. But why, you might ask, would anyone, or anything, want to simulate our messy, beautiful, chaotic world as a rehearsal for interstellar relations? Picture this. Advanced civilizations out there in the cosmos, pondering the complexities of interacting with other sentient beings. For them, running a simulation like ours could be the ultimate way to understand the intricacies of human behavior, societal structures, and potential responses to first contact. Who would be interested in such a simulation? Perhaps it's a galactic federation seeking to maintain peace and order across the stars. They might use simulations to strategize diplomatic approaches, ensuring that first contact with Earth goes smoothly, without any interstellar faux pas. Or on the flip side, it could be a more belligerent civilization, analyzing our weaknesses and strengths to plan their next move should they ever decide Earth is ripe for the taking. The evidence for such a purpose might be hidden in the way our world operates. Think about the rapid advancements in technology, the sudden shifts in global politics, or even the way we respond to crises. Each of these could be scenarios designed to test human resilience, adaptability, and the potential for unity or division under pressure. So next time you watch an alien movie and think, we'd never be ready for that, consider the possibility that we're being prepared in the most comprehensive way possible. And while the notion of our lives being part of a cosmic war game or diplomatic training program might seem far-fetched, it also offers an intriguing perspective on the challenges we face as a species. And hey, if we are part of a simulation designed to prepare for war or diplomacy with Earth, let's aim to tip the scales toward peace. Let's show our cosmic observers that humanity is worth betting on, that we're capable of empathy, cooperation, and understanding. After all, in the grand experiment of existence, every act of kindness, every gesture of peace, is a step toward a future where war is obsolete and diplomacy reigns supreme.
Cosmic archiving.
Ever wondered if somewhere out there in the vast expanse of the cosmos there's a cosmic library archiving every moment, every thought, every event that ever happened in our world? Now let's take that curiosity a step further. What if our entire existence, this complex tapestry of life on Earth, is actually a simulation designed for the purpose of cosmic archiving? Yeah, it's like we're living in the universe's most elaborate time capsule. But why would such an archive be necessary, and who's behind this monumental project? Imagine advanced beings, curators of the cosmos, if you will, with the technology and foresight to create simulations of worlds in minute detail. For them, archiving the evolution of a planet, its species, and their cultures could be crucial for preserving the knowledge of the universe. Think of it as backing up the hard drive of existence, ensuring that nothing is ever truly lost to the sands of time. Now, who would embark on such an ambitious endeavor? Perhaps it's a civilization so advanced that the preservation of knowledge is considered a sacred duty, an interstellar society dedicated to collecting the stories of the cosmos like precious gems. Or maybe it's beings from our own future, ensuring that the history of the universe, with all its beauty and tragedy, is never forgotten. The evidence for this cosmic archiving might not be found in physical artifacts or ancient texts, but in the patterns of our existence. The rise and fall of civilizations, the breakthroughs in science and art, the pivotal moments that change the course of history, all could be meticulously recorded in this vast simulation, studied and cherished by beings seeking to understand the grand narrative of existence. So next time you experience a moment of profound beauty or encounter a piece of history that moves you, consider the possibility that it's being preserved in the cosmic archive, a testament to the richness of life on Earth. And while the idea of our lives being part of a simulation for cosmic archiving might seem a bit out there, it also imbues our existence with a sense of purpose and permanence. And hey, if we are part of a grand cosmic archive, let's make sure it's filled with stories worth telling. Let's live our lives in a way that adds depth and beauty to this universal library, knowing that our experiences, our achievements, and even our struggles could one day inspire beings from across the cosmos. After all, in the grand scheme of things, being part of the cosmic archive is a pretty incredible way to leave our mark on the universe. Existential Artistry. Have you ever stopped in your tracks utterly mesmerized by a sunset, or found yourself lost in the intricate patterns of a leaf? These moments, where beauty transcends words, suggest that our world might be more than a mere backdrop to the drama of life. It could be a masterpiece of existential artistry. Now let's explore the notion that our entire universe, with its boundless complexity and breathtaking beauty, is actually a simulation designed as a form of cosmic art. But why would anyone create such an elaborate, detailed work of art, and who could possibly be behind this grand artistic endeavor? Imagine a civilization so advanced that their canvas is the fabric of reality itself, artists who wield the laws of physics like brushstrokes. For these cosmic artists, creating a simulated world like ours is an act of existential expression, an attempt to explore themes of beauty, chaos, harmony, and the human condition in a medium that's as vast and varied as life itself. Who would be drawn to such a pursuit? Perhaps it's a collective of interdimensional beings for whom art transcends physical forms, seeking to capture the essence of existence in the most immersive way possible. Or maybe it's an advanced version of humanity, looking back through the corridors of time, creating simulations as a way to preserve the beauty of moments long past. The evidence of this artistic endeavor can be found in the complexity of our world, the way natural systems interact with stunning efficiency, the diversity of life on Earth, and the capacity for human creativity and emotion. All these could be viewed as elements of a grand, interactive exhibit in the gallery of the cosmos. Each life, each story is a brushstroke in a much larger painting, contributing to a tableau that spans the cosmos. So, the next time you're moved by a piece of music, a work of art, or the simple beauty of the natural world, consider that you might be experiencing a fragment of a much larger masterpiece. And while the idea of our universe as an art installation might seem a little out there, it also offers a profound perspective on the value of our experiences and the beauty of our existence. And hey, if we are indeed living in a simulation designed as existential artistry, let's contribute to the masterpiece. Let's live our lives with passion, creativity, and kindness, adding our unique colors and textures to the cosmic canvas. After all, in the grand exhibition of existence, every moment of joy, every act of love, and every spark of inspiration enriches the tapestry of the universe, making it an even more breathtaking work of art. Multidimensional communication. Ever had that feeling you're being watched or that your thoughts are echoing somewhere far beyond the confines of your mind? Well, what if I told you that our world, in all its vast complexity, might actually be a simulation designed for the purpose of multidimensional communication? Yeah, it's a trip, isn't it? But let's unpack this together. Imagine, if you will, a civilization so advanced that the concept of communication transcends mere words or signals. For these beings, the very fabric of reality serves as a conduit for conversation, with entire worlds simulated for the express purpose of sending messages across the cosmos or even between dimensions. But why would such a form of communication be necessary, and who's on the other end of the line? Picture entities for whom time and space are not barriers but playgrounds, beings capable of crafting universes as easily as we might send a text message. For them, creating a simulation like ours could be a way to share knowledge, to tell stories, or to bridge the vast loneliness of existence with a form of connection beyond our wildest imaginations. Who would have the desire and the capability to engage in such cosmic conversations? Perhaps it's an alliance of civilizations, spread across different dimensions, using simulated worlds as a universal language of sorts. Or maybe it's a solitary architect, casting messages into the void in the hopes of finding a connection, a shared understanding across the infinite expanse. The evidence for this might not be found in detectable signals or observable phenomena, but in the subtleties of our existence, the patterns of nature, the intricacies of life on Earth, and the depth of human emotion could all be part of a message, a poem written in the language of reality itself. So, the next time you marvel at a natural wonder, feel moved by a piece of music, or find yourself lost in thought, Consider the possibility that you're experiencing a form of multidimensional communication. And while the notion of our lives as part of an interdimensional message might seem a bit out there, it also offers a profound perspective on the interconnectedness of existence. And hey, if we are indeed living in a simulation designed for multidimensional communication, let's make sure we're part of the conversation. Let's live our lives with intention, with kindness, and with an openness to the mysteries of the universe. After all, in the grand scheme of things, being a message of hope, of love, and of human spirit across the dimensions is a pretty incredible way to leave our mark on the cosmos. Quantum dreamcatching. Have you ever had a dream so vivid it felt more real than reality itself? What if I told you those dreams might be more than just random firings of your sleeping brain, but a form of quantum dreamcatching? Yep, it's a concept as wild as it sounds. Imagine our world, this vast, intricate simulation, was designed not just to simulate life as we know it, but to capture and explore the boundless possibilities of the quantum realm through our dreams. But why would anyone or anything want to engage in quantum dreamcatching, and who could be orchestrating such an extraordinary endeavor? Picture an advanced civilization, entities for whom the quantum world is not a frontier to be explored with clunky machines and complex equations, but a canvas for the art of possibility. For these beings, our dreams are a way to delve into the myriad of paths not taken, the lives not lived, the choices not made, all playing out in the vast multiverse. Who would be interested in such a venture? Perhaps it's a collective of interdimensional scholars, dedicated to understanding the very essence of reality by studying its most fluid and malleable aspects, our dreams. Or maybe it's an advanced version of ourselves, far in the future, looking back through the quantum echoes of time to understand the roots of consciousness and existence. The evidence for quantum dreamcatching might not be something you can measure or observe in the traditional sense. Instead, it's found in the profound impact of dreams on human culture, art, and science. It's in those moments of inspiration that come to us in the night, the solutions to problems that seem to be whispered in our ears by unseen muses, or the creative breakthroughs that feel more like memories of a life lived elsewhere. So, the next time you wake up from a dream that feels like a glimpse into another world, consider the possibility that you're part of a grand experiment in quantum dreamcatching. And while the idea of our dreams being a window into the quantum realm might seem a bit out there, it also offers a fascinating perspective on the nature of reality, consciousness, and our place in the cosmos. And hey, if we are indeed living in a simulation designed for quantum dreamcatching, let's dream boldly. Let's fill this cosmic dreamcatcher with visions of hope, creativity, and connection. After all, in the grand tapestry of the universe, each dream is a thread woven with the potential to reveal the mysteries of existence, one night at a time. Dimensional anchoring. Have you ever felt like you're just a tiny bit out of sync with the world around you, as if you're a puzzle piece from another box entirely? Well, what if I told you that sensation might not be as far-fetched as it sounds? Let's dive into the concept of dimensional anchoring, the idea that our world, in all its complexity, might actually be a simulation designed to keep us tethered to a specific reality, or dimension, if you will. But why would such a simulation be necessary, and who's got the cosmic remote control? Imagine being so advanced that the multiverse is their playground, entities for whom dimensions are just different channels on the universal TV. For these cosmic navigators, creating a simulation like ours could be a way to study how consciousness anchors itself in reality. Or perhaps it's a method to prevent us from accidentally slipping through the cracks between worlds. Who would be interested in such an endeavor? Think of a coalition of dimensional caretakers, beings tasked with maintaining the balance of the multiverse, ensuring that beings like us don't wander off into realms we're not prepared to handle. Or perhaps it's an experiment by a future version of humanity, exploring the anchors of our own existence as we begin to brush against the boundaries of our reality. The evidence for dimensional anchoring might not be something you can see or touch, but rather a feeling. Those moments of déjà vu, the unexplained phenomena, or the dreams that feel a little too real. These could be signs of the simulation adjusting its anchors, gently nudging us back to the reality we're meant to inhabit. So, the next time you experience something that makes you question the fabric of your reality, consider the possibility that you're experiencing a form of dimensional anchoring. And while the idea of our world as a simulation designed to keep us grounded in our dimension might seem a bit out there, it also offers a fascinating perspective on the nature of consciousness and reality. And hey, if we are part of a grand simulation for dimensional anchoring, let's make the most of it. Let's explore the depth and breadth of our reality with curiosity and wonder, always mindful of the incredible tapestry of existence we're a part of. After all, in the grand scheme of the multiverse, being securely anchored in our own dimension is perhaps the greatest adventure of all, offering us a unique vantage point from which to observe, learn, and grow. Consciousness farming. Ever had one of those moments where you feel like your thoughts, your dreams, even your day-to-day experiences are part of something much bigger? Well, strap in, because we're about to explore the concept of consciousness farming, the idea that our world, this entire simulation we might be living in, was created for the purpose of cultivating consciousness itself. But why would anyone want to farm consciousness? And who's got their hands in the cosmic soil, so to speak? Imagine a civilization so advanced, their agriculture isn't about growing crops, but about nurturing consciousness across the multiverse. For these beings, understanding and expanding consciousness could be akin to a universal mandate, a way to sow the seeds of awareness and reap the harvest of enlightenment on a cosmic scale. Who would embark on such a grandiose project? Think of entities for whom the fabric of reality is just another tool in their kit, beings that view the multiverse as an interconnected garden of minds waiting to bloom. These cosmic gardeners could be an advanced version of humanity, ensuring the continuity of consciousness beyond the physical limits of our world. Or perhaps they're entirely alien entities, dedicated to fostering the growth of sentient life and awareness across the stars. The evidence for consciousness farming might not be found in the physical traces left behind, but rather in the leaps of creativity, empathy, and understanding that define the human experience. Each act of kindness, each breakthrough in science or art, every moment of profound insight could be the blossoming of seeds planted by these cosmic farmers, nurturing our collective consciousness to maturity. So, next time you're struck by a sudden insight or moved by a work of art, consider the possibility that you're part of a vast, interstellar effort to cultivate consciousness. And while the notion of our lives being part of a simulation designed for consciousness farming might seem a bit out there, it also offers a beautiful perspective on the value of our experiences and the interconnectedness of all sentient beings. And hey, if we are indeed living in a world created for consciousness farming, let's make it the most vibrant, diverse, and thriving ecosystem possible. Let's nurture our minds and spirits, engage in acts of creativity and compassion, and contribute to the universal tapestry of awareness. After all, in the grand garden of the cosmos, each of us has the potential to be a beautiful, blooming presence, enriching the fabric of reality with the unique flower of our consciousness. A dreaming cosmic being. Ever had one of those dreams that felt so real you were convinced it was another life? Now imagine if our entire reality was just a dream, but not ours. A dreaming cosmic beings. Yeah, it's a concept that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi novel, but let's dive into this cosmic slumber party. Why would a universe-sized dreamer dream up our world, and who could this celestial sleeper be? Picture an entity so vast and complex, its dreams spawn universes teeming with life, galaxies swirling in the ether, and little Olas going about our daily lives. For this being, dreaming might not be a passive state but a creative act, a way to explore possibilities, ideas, and realities far beyond our comprehension. Who would possess such unimaginable power? Perhaps it's a primordial consciousness, an ancient cosmic force that predates the stars themselves. This being's dreams could be a way to understand its own existence, a form of introspection on a scale we can barely fathom. Or maybe it's an advanced civilization that's evolved beyond physical form, now dreaming the multiverse into being as part of its transcendent existence. The evidence of our world being a dream might not be something we can measure or observe directly. Instead, it could be found in the profound connections we feel to the universe, the unexplained phenomena that defy logic, or the moments of synchronicity that hint at a deeper underlying order. These could be the dreamer's thoughts manifesting in its slumber, shaping the fabric of our reality in ways we can only begin to understand. So, the next time you look up at the night sky, consider the possibility that we're all figments of a cosmic dream, characters in a narrative woven by an unimaginable mind. And while the idea of being part of a dreaming cosmic being's imagination might seem a bit out there, it also offers a poetic perspective on our existence. It suggests that our lives, our struggles, and our joys are part of something far greater, a dream that encompasses all of reality. And hey, if we are indeed living in the dream of a cosmic entity, let's make it a good one. Let's fill this dream with love, wonder, and adventure. After all, in the grand dream of the cosmos, every moment of kindness, every act of courage, and every spark of creativity adds beauty and depth to the dreamer's vision. Hey, if you enjoyed diving into the mysteries of our universe with us, don't forget to share this journey with your friends. Drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to stay updated on more mind-bending explorations. Hit that like button if you're craving more content like this, and check out the rest of the channel for even more intriguing insights. Your support helps us keep unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos together.